Okay. Thanks everyone for joining me today for my career chat. So for those of you that don't know, right, I have a second job. Aside from being your career pathways coordinator, I am also a financial advisor. So I'm really passionate about this, so I look forward to speaking about it with you guys. So like I said, I am a financial advisor, right? I went to Cal State LA for 4 years, and I majored in business administration with an emphasis in finance. Now, you actually don't need a bachelor's degree to do this job. I've been working for about 16 years. Um, I've been in this current job for about 4 years. And originally, I actually wanted to be an engineer. I was in engineering school when I started college, and I tried it, found out I didn't like it, and decided to change my career path. All right, so describe what a day looks like for me as a financial advisor. So usually I only have to work when I have appointments with my clients. Um, like yesterday, for example, I had a meeting with a client at 6 p.m. I went to their house, and I usually have my meetings with my clients in their home or either in my kitchen so they feel comfortable. And then I sit down with my clients, we do a little small talk, ask how they've been, how are the children, etc., and so forth. And then we sit down and get right to it. They tell me about the issues that they're having financially, and I basically analyze them, go over some goals, and then we develop a strategy to accomplish their financial goals. So in this line of work, I don't have a 9 to 5 schedule. I only work when I have appointment times. So I kind of make my day as I go, right? I don't have to clock in or clock out at a certain time. I really just work when I want to. Um, so what originally inspired me to be a financial advisor? Um, I majored in finance, and I have I would say, profound passion for it. But I knew I wanted to be a financial advisor in college because I wanted to work with investments, and it was something I was really interested in. But like here in education, here at Options for Youth, I really enjoyed like mentoring and coaching students. And I previously coached wrestling in the past. And I kind of found out that I really liked helping students. I really like mentoring. So kind of like here in the school, I get to help people accomplish their financial goals. I get to teach people about finance. And it's really fun. I'm working with one client, helping her buy a home. I'm working with some other clients, helping them plan a good retirement. And, I have several other clients that I'm just helping them, really grow their money and establish some wealth. So the road to becoming a financial advisor, I originally started working in banking right out of college. And I thought the rest of my life I would end up in retail banking or investment banking because, we've all seen those movies like Wolf of Wall Street, right? You see the money, you see the prestige, and you're attracted to it and lured to it. But it wasn't very gratifying. I didn't really like it. I didn't really like all the scandals going on at the bank. It didn't feel genuine to me. And the banks aren't really there to help people. They're not there to help people accomplish their goals. They're there to profit off of you. And that was one thing that I just couldn't agree with. I just couldn't agree with working at the bank. So that's why I decided to pursue this career. All right, so what does it take to become a financial advisor? First one is you need a sponsorship from a brokerage, right? This is really easy. It's as easy as submitting a job application. Pretty much any brokerage will give you a shot. You just really have to meet them halfway. So it's really easy. Second, you need investment licenses, right? In order to be a financial advisor, you need to be investment licensed. This is a very highly regulated industry. So you need to make sure that you're competent and you understand the knowledge. And then like a few other soft skills that you should have in this line of work is you got to have great communication skills, because you're building your book of business, you're promoting yourself, kind of like an esthetician, barber, tattoo artist. You start from ground zero and you work your way up, and you start talking to clients. If they trust you, they recommend you to your friends and family. So great skills, communication skills go such a long way. Next is you got to be able to accept failure and reject rejection. In this line of work, you hear a lot more no's than yes. So you got to be able to, kind of stomach the no's and learn from your mistakes. Another key aspect is you got to be coachable. I learned how to be a financial advisor from more veteran and seasoned advisors in my office. So you really have to be okay with constructive criticism, be able to learn from your mistakes, and be able to, to be coachable. Someone's got to mentor you and teach you this line of work. So being a great listener is huge. And then lastly, you just got to be fearless and open to learning. I get paid just to talk to people. And the vast majority of my appointments are me just chit-chatting. And the last maybe 10, 15 minutes is me doing paperwork. And in this line of work, I can make large amounts of money in small amounts of time. So it's a very lucrative business if anybody is interested in getting into it. So I know I mentioned earlier that you need some licenses to be a financial advisor. So you need 3 licenses. You need a Series 6, a Series 63, and then you need to pass an SIE exam, which I didn't list on here, but it's like a prerequisite exam. And then also you need a resident insurance license. This is to sell life insurance. So you need 3 licenses. And with these licenses, you are able to provide a full scope of financial services to your clients. I noted right here, number 4, the loan license. I'm currently working on that. It's not required. But after I obtain that license, I will be able to refinance people's homes, which is another source of income, which is literally just chit-chatting, 10 minutes of paperwork, and you're getting paid, it could be thousands of dollars refinancing people's homes. So it is well worth getting this license. And then lastly, I am registered to do business in 5 different states: California, Nevada, Texas, Oregon, and Washington. So why am I registered in other states? For one reason and one reason only. During COVID, a lot of my clients moved out of state. It's cheaper to live out of state. So that means that I have to get registered in those states in order to continue doing business. That also means that when I go visit my clients in their state, that means that I can do business in that state. So if I decided to pick up my stuff and move to any one of these 5 states, well, guess what? I already have a job. I'm already registered in that state. And registering in other states is really easy. You just got to send a check for like $60 to your brokerage and let them know that you want to be registered in that state. And easy peasy, now you're registered, as long as you pass those 3 licenses. So it is very flexible, not only with your schedule, but where you can work. Like I said, I can hip hop around to different states, just start chit-chatting with people, start talking about investments, and I could drum up some business that way. So very versatile what you can do in this business. So this is a day in life of a financial advisor. That's me with my team when I went to Atlanta. We're always doing personal development workshops. We're always going to conventions because we're always learning and we're always growing. And the beauty about these conventions and my flights and my hotels is that I'm an independent contractor. So I get to write everything off: my phone bill, my gas, my car payment, my flights. When I take my clients out for food and drinks, I get to write that off on my taxes as well. So I'm assuming everyone here is kind of interested in something that lowers their taxable income. And this is it. I'm able to write off so many things because of this business. And I wanted to show you guys a quick little video. This was last June when I was in Atlanta, where the Falcons play in the stadium. We had a convention with all of the agents. Every person you see there is a financial advisor. And they come from, all 50 states, including Canada and Puerto Rico. So yeah, it's a big deal. And like I said before, the tickets, the flights, the hotels, the meals, everything I was able to expense off my taxes. So really interesting. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's talk about grit. Okay, what motivates me to do this job? A few things motivate me. I've noticed that a lot of people don't necessarily know what to do with their finances, or they don't really know where to go for quality information. Another thing too is a lot of people, are making the biggest financial decisions of their lives when they're 18, credit cards, student loans, and they need that knowledge to be able to make strategic and calculated financial decisions that won't hurt you in the future. But above all, I love helping people. I love mentoring them. I love teaching them about finance. I majored in this, so it's something I'm really passionate about. And in education, when I mentor and teach you guys things, when you guys graduate, I don't really know what happens to you guys unless you come back and tell me how you're doing. But as a financial advisor, I get to see the fruits of my labor. I just have to log into my computer and I can see my clients' accounts literally growing. So that's one of the rewarding parts about this job is you get to see the fruits of your labor grow day by day. And some of the most impactful things about my jobs is I'm helping people change their financial situation and their outcomes. I've had some people come to me and they've just been in a bad financial standpoint. Lots of credit card debt, no investments. They don't really know what's going on with their retirement plan at work. So the gratifying and impactful part about my job is teaching people about investing, setting their accounts up and their investments up so they have a future, they have wealth. I love setting up college accounts, for young parents that just had babies. So that's amazing, knowing that this child is going to have a college fund when they're ready and 18 to go to college. Those are very impactful. I'm literally helping people accomplish their goals. I'm going to be helping my client soon buy a house. And I started working with her about 3 years ago. And that was the plan. She really wanted to buy a house. And here we are, year 3, and we're looking for houses now. So it's a really gratifying part. So a day in the life of me. So right here, this picture on the left, that was when I competed in a jiu-jitsu tournament. I'm pretty active, so I tend to work out a lot. It's good for the mind, good for the body. Right there on the right, I love to go camping. So that is in Big Pine over there by Mammoth, about 4 hours away from here. Crystal clear lakes, absolutely beautiful. I recommend you guys checking them out. And there in the middle is there with my siblings. That's in Washington when my sister got married. So yeah, stay pretty active, have a lot of hobbies aside from having a second job. So takeaways. What life lessons have I learned from this? I've learned very valuable lessons. One of the most important ones is you got to learn to reject rejection. Kind of like Abraham Lincoln, right? He failed, I don't know, 10, 15 times on his way to become the president, right? He failed at becoming the mayor. He failed at becoming, all these other elected roles. And then finally, Abraham Lincoln became president. This is the same thing. I've been rejected. I've been told no's. I've been told I'm not interested or I'm not ready to start investing. And you really got to learn how to overcome those obstacles and those rebuttals. Yeah, I've really learned a lot about myself and my communication skills, been able to really sharpen my tools. And there's a lot you can learn from this, especially people skills. I get clients from all walks of life, different professions. I have some clients that are twice as old as me, some that are my age. And a valuable lesson I learned is, if you're young and you have that appearance, you have to make sure that you're very confident when you're doing this and that you understand the knowledge. If you understand the knowledge, people will respect you and look at you as if you are, someone credible. So my point is, the biggest thing I've learned from this is overcoming the emotional aspect of this job. It's really hard when people, don't want to give you the time of their day or any attention or an opportunity, but you really learn to just keep putting one foot in front of the other and just keep going. And in the next 10 years, I see myself actually doing this full time. I love working here at Options, but eventually in the future, I will have to, retire from this role and be a financial advisor full time. So I've been doing this for the past 4 years. Like I said earlier, when I started, I had absolutely 0 clients. And now I'm proud to say that I have 40 clients. And I manage approximately close to $1 million of other people's money, right? Can it be stressful? Sometimes maybe the paperwork can be a little stressful. Sometimes I have to call other financial institutions, and that could be a little stressful. But my advice to anyone that is interested in investing or interested in becoming a financial advisor, I recommend just going for it and trying it, because becoming an advisor is really easy. Getting sponsored by a brokerage is incredibly easy. You just have to, submit a job app. One important thing is you do have to pass a background check, so make sure you don't have any felonies. But other than that, as long as you don't have any felonies, clean record, you qualify. So I think maybe like my last piece of advice is it's not necessarily for everyone, but if you have that A-type personality, you're competitive, you're action oriented, you're social, and you're kind of tired of your job, or you're looking for something new, this would be a great source of income. Even if you want to do it part-time, full-time, it really is gratifying, right? You're working with people, you're helping them accomplish your goals. So there is a lot this job can offer. And I think the last most important thing about this job, and like the beauty of it, is there's so much flexibility. Like I said, there's no 9-to-5 job, no 9-to-5 schedule. My supervisor, she has 2 kids. She attends every single one of their, sports competitions, parent-teacher conferences. She's there all the time and has all the time for her friends, family. So, that's the beauty of this profession, and why I do it is just I'm really helping people, and the flexibility is just unparalleled. There's no other schedule just like it. I get to make my own schedule. So it's my last piece of advice for you guys. Does anybody have any questions for me? Anybody?
I have a student here who's actually inquiring about what kind of jiu-jitsu you do. Sorry to the career, but he really is curious.
Yeah, no worries. I do Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So it was originally invented in Japan, and then it was brought to Brazil. And yeah, I've been doing it for the past 2 years. This was back when I was a white belt, but now I am a blue belt and got a stripe the other day, actually. So it's a great sport too. If you're competitive and you really like to test your cardio, I recommend anybody trying it out.
Okay, so then we have a different question. It's for someone who doesn't pursue a higher degree in finances, how can they obtain the knowledge for to become a financial advisor?
Good question. So we have a lot of people in our office that didn't go to college, right? If you're interested in pursuing this field and you want to maybe join me for an appointment, kind of like a ride along, you're more than welcome to come join me. Just reach out to me. I work in an office with, a multitude of other advisors, and it's really an environment for growing. Everybody just wants to help each other, and any person in my office would literally give the shirt off their back to you. So if you're interested in learning more about becoming a financial advisor, and you kind of want to, maybe try it out, come on down to the office, come for a ride along. I'll let you sit in during an appointment, and, I'd be more than happy to show you exactly what it looks like when I'm doing my job. But yeah, you don't have to go to college to pursue a career in this. Yeah, all you need is just some licenses, and you'll be able to start conducting business. So I hope that answered your question.
Yes, it did. Thank you so much. But then also, how do they obtain these licenses?
So when you get sponsored by your brokerage, basically what you do is you fill out a background check, and it has to get approved. Okay. Then once your background check is approved, your brokerage will provide all of the study materials to take the licenses. Then you just have to schedule your test. With your brokerage will help you out with that. All you got to do is study, take the exam, pass it, and then next thing you know, you have these licenses. So some people can pass them and study in a couple of months. Other people, it might take you a year, like it did with me. So the hardest part is studying and passing, but getting there, right? Passing your background check, getting all the study materials, right? It's easy peasy. So to answer your question, your brokerage will provide all of those materials to you, the study materials. And one important thing is the brokerage that sponsors you will pay for the exams. They are investing in you to become successful. These exams sometimes can cost $300 to $600 a piece. And in this line of work, if you get sponsored by a brokerage, they will pay for all of them. Yeah, they're literally investing in you to be successful. So yeah, if you really want to, you know, get your foot in the door, you really got to seize the opportunity. Anybody else?
Thank you so much for answering those.
Okay, good question. So someone asked, hey, what if I have a misdemeanor? Can I still pursue this career? And the answer is yes. Yes, you can. I actually brought in a friend to come work with me at the office. And I won't say specifically what happened, but he does have a misdemeanor on his record. He just had to upload his documents, like the charge documents and the fact sheet that talked about like the community service that was done. But as long as you upload your documents and you write like a very brief description about what happened and when it occurred, as long as you send on those documents, you're fine. Misdemeanors is okay. Felonies, right? That's not okay. They don't allow people with felonies to become, you know, financial advisors, including anybody that has ever been convicted of like a financial crime or like money laundering or like fraudulent behavior. Those kinds of crimes do not mix well with this line of work. So if you've ever been, you know, convicted of any of those, then I apologize, but you're gonna have to find, you know, another line of work. So good question. Good question. Do you have any other questions over there, Leticia?
No, I think those were the only questions they had over here. Thank you so much for presenting for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, guys, if you're interested in pursuing or, you know, getting your foot in the door, then by all means come talk to me. If you don't think this is for you and just need some advice about your investments, about how to save, how to build credit, you know, what's going on with my retirement account at work, by all means come and talk to me and I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions for free. I really want to just spread the knowledge and, you know, help people accomplish their financial goals. Please learn from my mistakes. You know, when I was your age, I wasn't the greatest with money. And even after having a whole bachelor's degree in finance, I was still awful with my money. So it wasn't until I started working as a financial advisor that I really started learning how to not only to make money, but to manage it correctly. So thanks again to everybody that, you know, participated, and I hope you learned something.